So on this episode of the Real Estate Masterclass, which is we're focusing on Ontario and Canadian issues, of course, because it's the core and this is where I've been applying my craft for over 20 years, is how much commission does an agent charge to sell a property? The answer in general, the rule of thumb, is 5% of the total purchase price. Now, these rates may vary and they may include different things. The commission normally is 5%, and that's just what it includes, is just the commission, the payment to the realtors. And the breakdown would be half of that normally goes to the buying agent, half of it goes to the selling agent. So the person who brings the buyer gets half, and the person who is selling the property gets half. And in the event that the selling agent is able to do both halves, they would get the full 5%, or sometimes they may discount the rate knowing that they've done both sides of the deal, which is commonly referred to double ending a deal. Now, there's obviously some concerns with double ending a deal, and when we deal with the ethical basis of it all. But right now we're just touching on commission, and for future episodes we'll delve into is it ethical, or is it something you want an agent dealing with both parties? However, a lot of times people want to negotiate commission, and I think it's a good strategy to see what happens if you try to negotiate commission with your agent. My theory is if your agent is willing to give up their commission, which is their paycheck, they're certainly willing to sell your house for less than it's worth. So I'm always of the mind you get what you pay for. That's how it's been. So throughout my 17 years, people would negotiate with me and say, Sherrod, well, I want you to cut your commission. And I would never relent because I knew I was going to do a full job. That's what they expected, even if they were going to pay me part of the money. And I also thought this would reflect poorly on me if they negotiated me down to a lower rate. What type of mood would I be in, and what does that say about my mastery of how to negotiate if you come to me and I'm willing to give a discount on my commission? If I value myself and I value my time, then I think I should be fairly compensated, and that's the message I would give to other realtors. And I'm sure at whatever job that you work at, if you're a teacher or a policeman or what have you, you wouldn't be necessarily pleased if someone said, well, let's take a 15% or 20% pay reduction. You'd probably walk off the job, and rightfully so, because you want to be compensated at a fair market rate. So with real estate, there's a lot of moving parts, and I know when you look at it superficially, it seems like maybe the process isn't daunting as it really is. But the fact of the matter is those rates, the 5%, I think is reflective of the amount of work that it takes to transact the property, and the amount of different steps to successfully create an ecosystem to sell your property and have a successful transaction. So therefore, when we're dealing with sales, the traditional commission is 5%, which covers the buyer and the seller side. The seller pays that commission. You have the right as a consumer to negotiate the commission, but I think you should really understand what that negotiation means in terms of the mindset of your agent, how well they're going to negotiate for you, and ultimately what type of outcome you're going to receive when you're selling your property.